Time is running out. Here's a list of everything you should do before patch 11.2 hits or risk missing out for good. Let's go over all the stuff that's going away or changing when Season 2 ends. Number 1, it's still of course the Collector's Bounty event that will go right up to the end of the month, not into August, so make sure that you keep doing any runs for mounts that you've not yet got, or for transmog as well. I hope you've been lucky with the event so far if you have been farming things. I know I've done pretty well overall. And we only have one more reset left of the Collector's Bounty event, so farm away guys. After the next reset we only have one more week of this buff, so good luck. Also ending soon is the Treasure Goblin Diablo crossover event with World of Warcraft. So you may have been doing your Treasure Goblin farms. Remember that the first 10 chests from the event that you get per week are going to guarantee you some Hellcaller shards, which you can buy the revamped tier 2 recoloured sets with. That's a lot of re's in one sentence. Remember that you can continue to farm the chests endlessly, they just don't have a guaranteed chance to contain Hellcaller shards. There is also the Tyrael's Charger and the new to this event Inarius' Charger to get from this mount too, so again good luck if you haven't yet got those. It may be safe to assume that this might come back in the future, but of course we don't know that for sure. Tyrael's Charger did, so the Inarius' Charger probably will as well, but we can't guarantee that, so best farm that now. So let's move over to delves. Now, one thing that you might want to have going into patch 11.2 is the DISC, or the Disc Belt. You want to get that unlocked if possible, if not already. It doesn't take long to do. There's a short quest line that starts from Dagran in Donegal, and it starts with the quest Titanic Rumblings. You unlock the overcharged delves through that, and you also get access to the belt. You can then do some catch-up quests that have been going out for the past few weeks to power the belt up to item level 701. As far as I'm aware, you will not be able to unlock this belt when 7.2 goes live, so get this now if you don't already have it, and power it up so it's better for you going into the new patch. Also tied to this is the OC91 Chariot mount. Now this isn't entirely going away, but it is going to cost you 15,000 undercoin to buy this from Sir Finlay Mergleton when the patch 11.2 is live, which is quite a lot, and remember that undercoin does reset in a new season, so you're going to have to grind all that undercoin to get this mount from the vendor if you wish to do so. The other way to do it is to grind out the achievement now for unlocking all of the Overcharge Delve talent points, if you will. You can do this really quick by spamming level 1 delves. In the end, I needed 7 more points for this. It took me maybe 30 minutes just spamming level 1 delves. Make sure it's the overcharge one, of course, and make sure you kill all the Titan mobs in the delve and loot all the little chests and bags dotted around. Those will get you the most Titan disc shards per run, and then you can unlock all the powers for this and get the mount, and it's quite a lovely mount. I do like the lightning effect that it's got going on all over it. Also tied to the overcharged delves is the redeployment module. Now there's an achievement to do 4 out of 6 of the overcharged delves available, and you get this Hearthstone effect toy, the redeployment module. So again, this will be going away when the 11.2 comes around because overcharged delves will no longer be a thing. So if you want this Hearthstone, go and get that as well. Also tied to delves is Underpin, so if you want that fancy gold dirigible customization, you're going to need to kill Underpin on question mark difficulty to get that yourself. Now I did read that this is going to become a low drop chance from Underpin kills after Season 2, so during Season 3, so it technically is still going to be available, but you can guarantee getting it right now if you just kill him in the current season, and you also get the achievement for doing so. If you have gone into Underpin's solo delve and killed him by yourself on the lower difficulty, there is a hidden achievement you can get, which is actually a feat of strength called the Hataclysm. So once you've got Bran's hat back from Underpin, if you go to the Delver's HQ, speak to Bran, you've got an option to tell him to change his hat, and then you can tell him to put his original hat back on. If you do this 10 times, you then get the achievement Hataclysm. And there you go, it's as simple as that. So this as well will be going away at the end of Season 2, so something you can get right now, and it takes about 20 seconds if you've already killed Underpin. You've also got the usual PvE and PvP seasonal endings to consider, so achievements such as Ahead of the Curve Gallywix, Cutting Edge and Hall of Fame will no longer be available at the end of Season 2, and also all the Mythic Plus achievements too, such as Keystone Master and Keystone Hero, with the 2 Shredder Tank mounts available from those. They will no longer be available at all, as well as the teleports for completing dungeons on +10s. Another thing you may want to take advantage of before it's too late are the puzzling Cartel chips. So you can get decent gear from the raid and from Mythic Plus dungeons from this vendor just outside the bank in Donegal. All you need to do is accept the quest from the flyer on the wall and kill 4 raid bosses on any difficulty or complete 4 mythic dungeons. And this is pretty quick to do. You can also do the catch up mechanic for this as well, where you simply just keep on repeating the quest until you've got all of the Cartel chips. And you can buy yourself in total 3 pieces of hero level gear. So if you're a brand new character or you've got a new ult coming through, these could be a great way to gear them up before the start of the new season. With that said though, you will likely replace these things pretty quickly in the new season, Season 3, so don't stress this one too much. But if you've got the time, why not? Now people have been asking about the horrific visions. These do not appear to be going away with the end of Season 2, but what will not be available anymore are the Feat of Strength achievements, so the Faceless one and the achievement Through the Looking Glass, which rewards the title The Mad, so you won't be able to get these anymore. The corruption effects that we can currently place on our helmets will no longer function in Season 3 either, so there's no need to aim for these if you don't already have them, and you can focus on other activities. You will still be able to obtain the mounts and other cosmetics after the end of Season 2 that come from the horrific visions. Now one nice thing to remember going into Season 3 is that Valor Stones will no longer reset at the start of a new season. So you can just hang on to these if you've no need for them currently, and you can enjoy spending those when the new gear comes in Season 3. Now there will be a new type of crest however in the new season, so you might as well spend your Season 2 crests now. Remember that I mentioned earlier that Undercoin will reset at the start of the new season as usual, as will your restored coffer keys and other seasonal items such as that. They'll all be gone, you won't be able to use those in Season 3. So specifically with Undercoin, if you have nothing to buy from Sir Finlay Mergleton, one suggestion is that you can spend Undercoin to buy the veteran gear from him, and you can go and use that on alts where you want to unlock the tier sets from. So you could go and use those veteran pieces of gear at the Catalyst in Donegal and unlock some nice tier sets for that. And remember as well, you can even upgrade that gear to unlock the second tier of sets too, so I think it'll be LFR and normal sets with that. So if you do have a big stockpile of Undercoin and it's just going to go to waste, this could be a very beneficial thing to spend it on before the season ends. One thing you could do as well, if you haven't already done it, is do the 11.1.7 campaign quest. So I don't think this is going to be required to go into Season 3 and 11.2, but you may as well get it completed so that you're up to date with the story, and for the rewards that come from that as well. And finally, there's the usual patch cleanup that you may as well do before Season 3 comes around and 11.2 launches, so you can clear your bags, get rid of any junk. Here's one tip if you use the Baganator add-on. I only found this out the other day and it blew my mind. You can actually shift and right click on the headings that's in there, for example equipment or weapons, and vendor all those things in one click. Now, doing the Collector's Bounty, I've had tons of gear coming through on alts that have run through old raids, and I've been clicking each item individually. I feel so daft now I've only just found this out, but there you go, a tip for you guys to very quickly vendor your loot, and the add-on there was Baganator. It's definitely the best bag add-on I've used over the years, and I highly recommend getting that. Another thing to do, bearing in mind add-ons, is to keep them up to date. Now, they do tend to get a lot of updates around patch times, so make sure your add-ons are up to date going into the patch, and check back shortly after for any tweaks and changes, just in case any bugs find their way in there. And it's also worth, if you're not up to speed, in catching up on the class changes, because there have been some quite substantial changes to some of the classes, and read up about the new patch as well. I will be doing a full guide on everything coming in 11.2 and a guide on what to focus on during week 1 as well, including a gearing up guide for you guys also. So if you're interested in those, do stick around. Consider leaving us a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to the Drowsy Dragon for more content from me. And join us in Discord too, why not? Thanks for watching guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a brilliant day. I've been the Drowsy Dragon and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.